Not a bad effort for a day's work. Obviously there's a little bit more to do, but I'm happy with that. Might be time for a beer. Yeah, so it's been a minute. I'll admit it's been a while since I posted a video, and yeah, there's a few reasons for that. But that garden I just did today, yeah, well, I'm hankering for a beer now. Um, I haven't had a beer, like a proper beer, I haven't had a beer that's got alcohol in it since um, I think I had a beer at Christmas, but that would be it. That's it. Since then, I haven't had any, and I decided that I wasn't going to do any beer reviews. Essentially because, well, as you can see, BeerSarge just trimmed down quite a bit. I'm down 36 kilos. I'm aiming for that 40. Lost 36 kilos since October last year, and it was a medical reason. Yeah, I got diagnosed with diabetes, and the doctor told me that if I wanted to turn it around, I could, and I have. So I no longer have diabetes, and I'm going to keep it in check. And the way I'm doing that is I'm being very careful with what I eat and what I drink, which put paid to beer reviews, because beer, as wonderful as it is, nectar of the gods, it is. Yeah, it does have quite a bit of sugar. It has quite a bit of carbs. It has, and alcohol and stuff like that. That is not good for people who are diabetic. And yeah, I kind of thought, oh bugger it, I'll knock it on the head. And so I did. And so now my drink of choice is, yeah, Coke Zero, which is probably equally as bad for you on other things, but I don't have diabetes. So, I mean, they're, swings and roundabouts, I guess you'd say. Um, but what I've been doing essentially is, so I go to the supermarket. I'm one of these wankers that goes around the supermarket looking at the fucking nutritional information on all the packets of shit that I eat, and I try to get the lowest amount of carbohydrates that I can and the lowest amount of sugar. Now, zero sugar is the best, but if I find something that I want to try or want to eat, I'm not a fucking I'm not hard and fast. No, I'm well. It's only a little. I'll have a little bit, and that'll be it. I will see whether I like it or not, and whether I can add that into my diet, and see what sort of effect it has. And I also don't do sugar spikes and stuff like that. I don't test for that. I'm just pretty much, I keep my weight down. I watch what I eat. I eat smaller portions, and I'm feeling a lot better for it. So um, this isn't medical advice. I'm not a fucking doctor. I did get advice from a doctor, but what I'm doing is kind of a mix and match of things that I've heard, been told, and have worked out for myself. So yeah, this brings me to this review. Now, like I said, I read the nutritional information on the back of the boxes, and I was in Pack and Save today buying my, the things that I can eat, and some of it's pretty good. I can eat those fucking Snicks pork crackling. I can eat that till the fucking cows come home. Um, yeah, so pork crackling, cheese. So like I'm eating all that sort of shit. Cholesterol's fucking through the roof, but hey, at least I'm not a diabetic. I've got that under control. So you know, um, so anyway, I'm in Pack and Save picking up my stuff, and I'm like, for old time's sake, I'm going to go and have a look in the fucking beer aisle, and I'm looking at all the full strength beers that are there, and I'm like, man, some really cool looking shit out now. Um, that I'm not going to try, because that could be the thin end of the wedge, if you know what I mean. The thin end of the wedge, because essentially I would fucking probably jump on it and go, yes, I'm going to drink this again. So I decided I wouldn't do that. I'll go and have a look at the non-alcohols. I had heard that there was a new brew out from Liberty. Can't quite think of the name, Hoptology, something like that, that was zero sugar, zero carbs, zero alcohol. I haven't been able to find that yet. If anyone knows where that is, please let me know in the comments where I can pick that up, because I want to try that. But I did find this one. Now I'm actually pretty rapt, because I have always been a fan of batch brewing. Always been a fan of batch brewing. They when they first brought their first brew out, I jumped on it, and it was amazing. I fucking loved it. It was the greatest. It was the greatest. It was the greatest. And to find a zero, they've got a number of zeros. They've got a hazy, they've got an IPA, and they've got a something else. They got another one, a lager, I think it is. I found this. Now this is a Radler. Now I love Radler. Oh, I'm a fucking fan of Radler. Like I love Monteith's Radler. Kill me, I don't know. Shoot me. I like Monteith's Radler. It's a very refreshing beer, but it's full of fucking sugar, and yeah, it's no good for someone like me with the fucking condition I have, I guess. I guess it's a condition. Oh my god, I've got a condition. Anyway, this is Batch Brewing's Radler. So I grab it, I look at the box, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'd really like to try some of this stuff. I look at the information on the side. Carbohydrates, 5.3. That's a little bit high, but it's not 17 or something like that. And sugar, 1.7. Now, sugar is the thing that I really look at. So carbs, I like no carbs or low carb. Sugar is the thing that I look for the most, in ingredients, that there's as little as possible. 1.7 to me is acceptable for something that you're not going to, use all the time. So I thought 1.7 sugars, 5.3 carbohydrates. I'm okay with that. I'm going to pick these up, and there's 0% alcohol, which is another thing. The alcohol converts into sugars, because essentially alcohol is sugar in disguise. Carbohydrates are sugar in disguise. Everything seems to be sugar in disguise. So I picked these up. Now they were $19.99, $20 for a 6-pack. So still the same price as as some standard craft beers, because these are craft beers. It's still beer, just without alcohol. And I'm fucking pretty excited. So, Batch Brewing, non-alcoholic golden lager with natural lemon radler. I'm gonna rip into this. I'm actually pretty stoked, because here's the can. Here's the can. Look at that. Oh, beautiful cans. They have great cans. Their artwork's amazing. Yeah, I'm just so wrapped. So wrapped. Anyway, let's get this into a glass. I'm going to put it into a glass because, well, I'm a little bit cultured too now. No, I'm not. And see, the glasses haven't got any cleaner in the time that I've been away. So we'll pour that in there. Oh, look how light that is. Fizzes up. Like you can hear that it's dropping. It's got won't have head on it. Essentially because of the lemon. Like fruit actually just kills head on beer. Look at that. I mean, after a day in the garden, that looks pretty bloody good, eh? Like Coke Zero, I like it, but let's see what this does. Kind of tastes like a shandy. Kind of tastes like a shandy. It's nice. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Um, I would say that for people who are, dedicated beer drinkers and don't have an issue with drinking beer, and for those people that don't have an issue with drinking beer, um, you probably would drink this and go, "Wow, that is just fizzy water with a little flavouring in it." For someone like me who is essentially stuck with fucking Coke Zero, water. Don't drink water. Sprite Zero. There's your other zero. The other things that I can do are those Musashi fucking sports drinks, energy drinks. Those have zero sugar and zero carbs. I can do those. This is a nice alternative. So if I'm going to a do or something, and I don't want to be the fucking tosser who turns up with a 6-pack of fucking Coke Zero, which until I saw these, I would be. I would be the tosser that turned up with the Coke Zeros. I never thought of that. Fuck, I never thought of that. So I'm pretty rapt that we now have, or I now have, discovered this. You guys have probably discovered it already, since I haven't been down a beer aisle in fucking months. But there you go. Like, I'll give it another swill because I'm fucking thirsty. There's, for someone who hasn't had a beer in however many months that is lovely. For those dedicated full strength beer drinkers, this will not be for you. You will not drink this. If you were going to a party and you were the designated driver, you might be inclined to pick this up because it is nice and light, and it's very, very tasty. There you go. There's another beer review from BeerSarge. Yeah, I might start putting out some videos on this sucker. I don't know. We'll see. See if I can get everything squared away. It's my new baby. Love it. Yeah. All right. There you go. There's there's another beer review from the BeerSarge. Catch you later.